and welcome, 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 welcome back or to my ASMR channel. ASMR channel. So, in today's video, well, you'll actually be seeing this tomorrow because I'm making it right now, but you'll be seeing it tomorrow anyway. So, in today's video, alright, I thought we would take a creepy little look down through memory lane and basically just talk about all the things that used to scare me and give me anxiety as a child in my childhood. I'm not sure where this idea came from. It kind of just manifested into what this is. So, yeah, I feel like we all had something that scared us as a kid, or I just had a very overreactive imagination, and I just thought as a kid that I saw these things. Okay, I swore to myself that as a kid I saw these things and I wasn't just dreaming about it. But I think the first one we're gonna talk about is very I don't know if you're a part of this community or not, but it's very well known in the paranormal community, and it usually has to do with people who have sleep paralysis. And I don't believe I have sleep paralysis. I don't know that, but I don't think I do. But anyway, so let me just get into describing this particular entity, spirit, phantom, apparition, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. So there's a spirit or an apparition known in the paranormal world as the Hat Man. Now, a lot of people who have sleep paralysis episodes guarantee that they see this individual. Now, he comes from the realm of the shadow people. And if you don't know what that is, they're basically shadow beings that also linger in dark places or can show themselves to the living. Basically, though, I always felt like this creature was always around me, but like I said, I was a young kid, so I could have just had an overactive imagination. I don't know. But the Hat Man he's a very tall man who wears a hat. Some people say that he also wears a trench coat and he has red or black eyes. Now, he basically just is in your room at night, and he basically just observes the living. But I swore that the house that I lived in, sorry, there's a truck outside making a lot of noise. Anyway, house I used to live in as a kid was haunted. I always felt like that was true. I always felt like, it was off or something. And, I would always, as a kid, always see this shadow person, like, standing next to the closet door. And, like, this shadow person never harmed me, but it would always stare at me. It would always watch me. And it's still to this day, I really get unnerved thinking about it. Because he always looked like he wore a hat. And I was like, what if it was this man? What if it was the Hat Man? Like it would just be this tall shadow always standing by the closet door. And I just always wondered if that was him. Like I said, he just more observed things than he ever tried to do anything to anybody. And I just, like still to this day, it gives me the creeps thinking that why this entity or this creature just would be standing there. But, I always, like I said, I always seen a shadow of this person just standing in the corner of the room next to the closet. Another thing, which you're probably going to think this is ridiculous, but another thing that used to scare me in my childhood was Slender Man. I used to get so freaked out over Slender Man that it's not funny. It's not funny. Okay. I used to be so like scared of him. And if you don't know like what Slender Man is or who he was as a like direct entity being, he's basically this entity that wears like a suit and a tie, and he's very tall, like I would say extremely tall. He was extremely tall, and he had no face, like no facial features, no eyes, no nose, no mouth, nothing. Like he had nothing at all. And as a kid, like I heard that like with little kids, he would like take them into the woods and they would vanish. And it was so scary because like after hearing that, it kind of got stuck in my mind. It got stuck in my mind for the longest time. Okay? That like I didn't want to go outside ever because I was so scared of just coming in contact with this being. And like I started, because I had a window facing the woods, and that that gives me anxiety just thinking about it. But I had a window that would face the woods, and there was like a bunch of trees. And like I said, the trees, like to this day, I know now that they were just trees, and the woods were like completely empty. Like there was nothing there. But I think because my mind was so like petrified and scared of these things that, which it sounds ridiculous, but every tree, every single tree would be him. Like, that's all I would see. I wouldn't see just a tree. Like, I wouldn't just see a tree in the woods. I saw him. Like, every single tree would be him. You know, it wouldn't just, like, to me, it wasn't just nature. It wasn't just, you know, it wasn't calming. It was fear and dread and anxiety. Like, all those things played at the same time. Like, and it's just, it was the craziest thing, right? Because I went out for a walk, one day, and I had a white German Shepherd dog. And the thing is, I used to walk up in the woods all the time. You know, that was normal for me. But we had like a pathway that would lead to the back of the house or whatever, right? And I looked up to, just imagine that the woods are right here. I looked up to this side of the woods, and my heart sank into my stomach. I swear, that's, like, I swore that was him. And he was just, I felt like it was him. Like, I felt like it was him staring at me. Like, I never felt so, like, panicked in my life. Like, I ran back to the house and went inside because I was like, this is the most petrifying thing. But I just feel like that was a part of my imagination. And, like, I kept thinking, because the more that I, like, pictured